We love hip hop right now,
bro. I did this earlier, maybe last year. I gotta expose Erick's sermon. One half of EPMD. Eric and Erick and Parrish making dollars. And it hurts me to do this, man, because I love EPMD, bro, from as a hip hop head, as a 50-year-old hip hop head. Okay, I was listening to I shot the sheriff. Dun, 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 dun. Don't get too close or else you might get shot. I'm probably doing the beat crazy. Or you got to chill. You got to chill. Right? But bro, you gotta up the money for my homie Bishop, bro. R.I.P. Bishop Brigante. Okay, R.I.P. the gambling man. You gotta stop playing, fam. You've been running around the hip hop streets. You've been holding out on the homie's money from time. And I've talked about this on this platform before. Erick Sermon has a song, Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, from time. This song was created over here in Toronto. It was a song that Nate Dogg and Bishop were going to have together and put Snoop Dogg on. My youth there, Erick Sermon, got his hands on it. And from there, Bishop never seen a dollar from that song. He's passed away since then. He's had his share of grievances about that. He had a whole rant where he exposed this. And then since that time, he ended up passing away, unfortunately, from cancer complications. R.I.P. to that man and condolences to his family. And to this day, he hasn't seen a cent from that song. And Erick Sermon's running around these streets, running around these internet streets, talking about how this song came to be, blah, 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 blah. Nigga, pay up, bro. And the funny part about it is this nigga got me blocked, bro. He got me blocked on Instagram from the last time I exposed his bitch ass. And it hurts me to say this because, like, bro, that's a hip-hop legend, bro. I don't like disrespecting legends, bro. Okay? I grew up on these niggas. I'm not trying to disrespect niggas that, like, I grew up listening to their music. But that doesn't give you that doesn't make you exempt when you go screwing over people that are my peoples, bro. Okay? I don't give a fuck how much of a hip-hop legend you are. You screw over my peoples, I'm on your ass. So let me find something here. I'm going to find something. And big salute to Lito, okay? That's Bishop's son. He's the one who put me onto this whole thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a few pieces of content right here. And then we're going to get to the business. So let's go over to Twitter first, where I posted this. Because Lito woke up pissed. He wasn't trying to hear this shit no more. So let's go back to my personal page. Follow me on Twitter, man. So here we go. So, yo, at Def Squad, that's Erick Sermon's Instagram page. Or not Instagram, his Twitter. I said, yo, at Def Squad, why you got me blocked on IG? Pay Bishop Brigante's family what you been owed my brother from time, you crook. All right. Green-eyed bandit. Green-eyed bandit is true. So this is what Lito said. He woke up, he put this in the stories. He said, at Erick Sermon, the fact that you went on a podcast thinking, all right, let me read this. Let me get closer here. The fact that you went on a podcast thinking because he ain't here, you can switch up the story is crazy. You ain't that fake. You and that fake native owe me bread. Now, as far as who he's talking about when he says the fake native, he's actually talking about David Strickland. Okay. I'm trying to find this post here. Give me a second, gang. I don't know why this shit's not coming up. Un momento. I want to make sure I do this shit proper like. Damn. Give me a second, gang. I just want to make sure I pull up the link here because Lito sent me a video from YouTube. And now, for some reason, I'm not able to pull up the YouTube link here. But yeah, let's continue this. It said, took advantage of a dying man, giving him false promises. I have no time for apologies. Y'all never sent that wire. All you did was talk. I'm not hearing nothing unless it's about money. Anyone with a connect to Gord Strickland, hit me. Hi, right here. I got to connect to Gord Strickland. I actually interviewed Gord Strickland. Okay, let me pull that up on the screen, just so you guys know who I'm talking about. Gordo. And Gordo, he's been around forever. Okay, Gordo's worked with O.W.O.L from Time. Okay, he's gonna be one of those kind of people who claims that he taught 40 everything he knows, and I'm sure he taught 40 a lot, but he didn't teach 40 everything he knows. Okay, let's stop that. Dave Strickland. Actually, let's put this in Gordo, just to give you guys some faces, some references. Okay, here's the original clip that I have from a year ago. Where's My Money? Bishop Brigante versus O.W.O. Erick Sermon and O.W.O. Gordo. This is Gordo right here. Gordo.
Stances like Hip Hop Evolution and some of the other, Buster's album just came out. He talks about it too, giving respect to Jam Down Jamaica for bringing that. But also what we're saying is not now us being indigenous to Turtle Island doesn't mean, and we're not claiming that. We're saying that's a spirit that's always been here. That's the same as indigenous culture.
Yes.
You're indigenous.
Yeah.
There's, just because you're not indigenous to Turtle Island, Black people or African American people or people of descent in diaspora, wherever the Caribbean, all that is indigenous from Africa. It's the same difference. So we're all brothers. It's not me saying, no, we invented hip hop. No. That's the spirit that's been here. It's the same. If you look at what hip hop does and it being a culture in itself, and then you look at our indigenous cultures, and that's why we bring those together, because in a lot of situations I was noticing that a lot of our youth weren't embracing their cultures, but they were embracing hip hop. And that's when I had that moment like, yo, what are you guys doing? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You can just.
So this is the one of the crooks in question. All right. One of the crooks in the castle. Let's pull up the other interview. So now I have my interview ready to go, so I can pull this up for you guys to see. Erick Sermon recently did an interview on Bag Fuel. Funny title, I Don't Steal Beats. Big salute to Bag Fuel. Let's find it around here.
Together. So when you hear the song, you would think that they was actually Megan left, went to Warner.
Yeah.
Doug got locked up.
Yeah.
And then the wire that whole shit.
Gunner and everything. Yep.
It just collapsed up there. So then
Erick,
they ended
up
folding 300. So then I was like, Warner.
Yeah.
Because again, Tupac is still making tons and tons of money. But meanwhile, it was a discrepancy saying, okay, well, we don't want the money. I said, but the vocals I got them from the web. They said, yeah, you probably got them from the web though, but it don't sound like a mashup. Because again, it's me, I'm gonna make it seem real. So I would just piece vocals together and make it seem like they was together. So when you hear the song, you would think that they was like us.
Back and forth.
Exactly. Not really back and forth, but they both talking about the same subject.
I got you.
And in the chorus, they back and forth.
Okay.
So the Tupac shit was taking a long time. Meanwhile, I found out that it was some legal shit that was going on. But anyway, I ended up fixing it. And then I had to deal with the Prodigy estate too. Because the vocals I had, they had to make sure that it wasn't something that they had coming on their album October 10th.
Yes.
Then I had to deal with the Nate Dogg estate too, because these are all new vocals, People ask me questions, so how'd you get those? I'm like, again, somebody knew somebody that was in Canada. When Nate Dogg was in Canada, he was smoking with this dude named Bishop. God bless his dead, he passed away, and he made records with them. Bishop knew my engineer, and he said, yo, and he hooked it up, and I got him. So that happened. And then Helter Skelter didn't make this one. It'll be on volume 2, but I had to talk to Sean Price, right, and talk to Drew Ha for Sean Price. So
Rewind.
and I got him. So
And you got him. How?
somebody that was in Canada, when Nate Dogg was in Canada, he was smoking with this dude named Bishop. God bless his dead, he passed away. And he made records with them. Bishop knew my engineer, and he said, yo, and he hooked it up.
He said, yo, what, bro? There's a lot of in between that you're not saying.
And I got him. So that happened. And then
that happened. It's frustrating me, bro, to try to cover these guys, bro. Because sometimes our hip hop legends be some of the biggest crooks, bro. And Erick Sermon is rich as fuck. It's not even like Erick Sermon got to be out here screwing people over. He's been behind a lot of big songs, man. So
then I had to deal with the Nate Dogg estate. People asking me questions. So how did you get those? I'm like, when Nate Dogg was in Canada, he was smoking with this dude named Bishop. God bless his dead, he passed away. Bishop knew my engineer, and he hooked it up. And I got
Dogg's estate saying.
So this is the original clip that I had posted like about a year ago.
However, whatever they
R.I.P. to my brother Bishop Brigante
said to get that fucking clearance from the estate. You're a fucking bum. Erick Sermon, you want to go on drink champs and talk about how much money you make from a motherfucking scar, bro? You want to brag about your $400,000 every 4 months? You're a bum. Pay your debt, you bum. You're a fucking thief and a fucking bum. You're all a bunch of bums. Bro, we had the Snoop Dogg vocals too. That's another thing. But you were there, Tweez. I brought my files there to see if fucking Gord was gonna Dogg's estate saying, however, whatever they said to get that fucking clearance from the estate. You're a fucking bum. Erick Sermon, you want to go on drink champs and talk about how much money you make from a motherfucking.
Let me make a quick call. Let me see if I could do this quick fast. All right, I'll do this for y'all, gang. R.I.P. Bishop, man. Tweezy. I'm live right now, all right? So don't say anything crazy. Never. All right, so listen, I'm reviewing this Bishop Brigante, Nate Dogg, Erick Sermon debacle. And I'm rewatching the clip of Bishop talking about the whole thing and how the transaction went down. And he mentioned your name. And I also have seen you in the comments on the post that I put up on Instagram saying that you were there.
Well, Bishop came to 30 Rocks and he had that joint already like years ago.
And okay, quick fast, just for the people in the audience, this is friggin' legendary producer Big Tweez. Okay, Big Tweezy's been out here producing for a lot of different people, including myself. All right, he's about to break it down. So tell me what happened.
No. So Bishop, Gordo came to my crib because they were gonna. I can't remember if they were working on Gordo's album at the time. They were gonna put that joint, but there was already the joint. It was Bishop, Snoop, and Nate Dogg. So what there happened thereafter, I'm not entirely sure, right? But I just know that he had that Nate Dogg joint with Snoop on it when he came to my studio.
So you already had the Snoop vocal?
Yes.
So where does Gordo fall into this?
Because I think they were going to use it for Gordo's album. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 1,000% sure because I think Gordo was working on the album at the time, and they were going to use the Bishop joint on Gordo's album. I think that's what happened. But I know for a fact that Bishop had that joint with Nate Dogg and the Snoop vocals on it when he came to my studio. That's what I know.
Damn. So now, so you don't know anything about as far as like the conversation that they had with the getting those vocals, the Snoop vocal and the Nate Dogg vocal from Bishop.
No, that's beyond me. That's after me. All I just know is that he had the joint with Nate and Snoop already when he came to my studio, and that was years ago because I haven't had the Snoop for how long now? You know what I mean?
Okay, and just the last question. Just give me a time frame. What years around that was that?
I want to say, oh my God, that's got to be like 6-7 years ago.
Damn. So like 2019, 2018.
Around them times, yeah.
Okay. Yo, listen, Tweez. I just want to make sure that I do my due diligence with this story right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, like, what I know. I just know that Bishop had that joint already. And then something happened there. After that, I'm not sure about what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna tap in with you soon then, brother. Thank you so much for this, man.
No. All
right. Yo, do you have anything you want to plug?
Nah, man. You know me. I'm not on the music tip too hard these days. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, bro. I suggest anybody in the audience to go check out anything that Big Tweez has done in the past. Okay, you've been responsible for stuff like, you know, you're on beats for like Red Life, all different types of people, bro.
Word. Done know. Friday. Peace to all the people there. You know what I mean?
Done know, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, peace.
Bless. Big salute to Big Tweez, man. Listen, man, I'm just trying to put all the pieces together over here. Erick Sermon, you're probably not going to see this if I post this on Instagram, but I'm going to make sure. I might even put a Google ad on top of this bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? On the strength of Bishop, because we need to get this business handled, okay? All y'all got to do is send a wire over, all right? His family would appreciate that, especially with the passing of Bishop Brigante, all right? Lito's been out here. I'm sure they've been in contact with your people already. Same thing with you, Gordo. If you're hugging that money that has been distributed from that song, if there is any money to be distributed, send a check, bro. All right? I'm going to leave that there, man. And once again, RIP to my brother Bishop Brigante, the gambling, man, yo. Real nigga, man. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.